I've had a very tough time on two of the lines. The first one was the pre-sort, where we're actually separating out what is recyclable from material that isn't recyclable. So that will include stuff like soiled nappies, wet cardboard, magazines that are still in their plastic covers. We have bags of recycling material mixed that we can't empty those bags quickly enough, so that's got to be thrown away. So it's a whole range of things that I hope that if people were more aware, that they'd know what to do to help recycle that material that they've already carefully put into their green bins. I was also on the plastics, metal and paper line as well, so we were picking out all of that from the mixed recycling. There are things, for example, drinks bottles. So if you've got, a bottle of Coke and you haven't quite finished it, people just put the lid back on and pop it into the recycling. And that's a problem because we can't recycle it, and it's got to go into the equivalent of the black bin, which goes into the energy for waste plant. So that's a bit of plastic that we've lost. Material that's been contaminated, so if you've got some takeaway food in the plastic container, if you don't chuck the food away and leave it in, we can't recycle that plastic container either. So there's quite a lot of stuff that people could do just to improve their own recycling rate from what they pop into their green bin. Well, one important initiative is the rollout of food waste. So we've just rolled out into another area, which is in Mincing Lake and part of Pinhoe. So that'll up our recycling. So we'll be taking that out of the black bin waste. The other thing that we really do need to do is to improve the quality of our recyclate so that we don't lose the material that people are carefully putting into their green bins, so that they know how to be sure that what they put in there will actually end up being recycled. So remember to leave it loose and clean it out, because it's also not very pleasant for the people who are doing all this hand separation to get this food waste, drink, contaminated with liquid, all sorts of things like that. So think about the people that are handling what you're putting into your bin. I'd like to thank the staff working at the MRF for all their hard work. They do it day in, day out. They're extremely committed, and it's very, very tough. It's mentally tough and it's physically tough. And I managed half a day, and I found it tough.